Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to a very special late night of the Grand Empire After Hours. Today is going to be on the funny side of things. It's
with a little bit of angry stuff from everybody.
in sports and in life. So, before we even get started on this, on a serious note, folks, I hope you're masking up. I hope you're doing social distancing, and I hope you're washing your hands. And if you ain't got the vaccine, go get it.
Which I will be shortly. Please, even though you take the vaccine, please keep your mask on, please. Thank you.
Yeah. And for today's stupidity, I'm going on the Facebook side of things while watching something that Steve Harvey had posted up, and they were some epic fails. I found something even better than getting hit with a can of twisted tea. Try getting hit with a can of twisted tea while riding in a boat.
What?
This person was riding in a speedboat. There was another boat in front of him. He picked up a can of twisted tea and tossed it to the companion in the second boat. When he missed through, it hit him in the head, knocked him unconscious, and the tea went into the ocean.
Basically, never to be seen again.
Sank to the bottom. And if the sharks find it,
unconscious with a big fat welt on his head.
When he came to.
And he probably was wondering, what day is it, what time is it, and how the heck did I get back here?
No, I think more like he's thinking, what day is it, what time is it, and what was the license plate of the fucking bus that just hit me in the fucking head?
Well, his friends would probably have a field day. It's like, hey, dude, didn't you forget? You kind of tried to throw a twisted tea to somebody else in the other boat behind us.
And you conked him in the head?
And it went horribly wrong. And the only thing that twisted tea caught was your head.
And you went down?
And you were unconscious for like 20 minutes. Threw my phone away.
And anyway, you don't have no twisted tea no more.
Not as entertaining as the other guy getting whacked in the face with it.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but this one was on a boat.
That's a pretty close second. Not as close as that one. I have not found anything to top that yet. At least not yet.
And on the football side of things, if everybody has remembered Josh Norman getting yeeted off his cleats like he got kicked out of the club, there was some funny, colorful words that the Titans have to say about that. Darren Bates was talking to Will Compton.
Is that the wide receiver? Or the defensive back?
Defensive back.
Thought so.
How do you think rings on phone?
Oh, Jesus.
What did he do this time?
Well, it was not what he did. It was what was said that nobody even caught. But it was funny. Darren Bates went to Will Compton and Jaylen Brown said he was trying to go for the shoulder, go for the head, shoulder, go for the shoulder, boom. And Taylor One said this with a straight face. You just pushed him up into the suites. He's sitting there with my wife right next to my wife right now with my kids. That poor guy.
He definitely is in the category for Idiot of the Week award.
Nah, he was a funny idiot, but still an idiot nonetheless.
Well, he's in the running. We'll just say that. We'll award that at the end of this pod.
Yeah. Also, for a funny one, will be back during the 2020-2021 season, the Seahawks versus the Rams. Luke Baker intercepted Deshaun Watson, not Deshaun Watson, but Russell Wilson, and almost ran it back for a touchdown when he didn't realize that DJ Metcalf was hot on his heels and caught up to him.
Speaking of idiots in trouble, thank you for reminding me. We'll get to that after this.
After he tackled him, he went to the sideline and said, "Ew, how did he catch up to me?" And Patrick Peterson had no idea because he was covering someone else.
Speaking of said quarterback, you just mentioned earlier that you kind of goofed up on.
Yep, the 22 lawsuits on his behind.
Yep. And his payday for leaving the Houston Texans, he may not even get it now. Because he's going to be spending more cash on lawyers, lawsuits, and other stuff.
Yep.
So Deshaun Watson could be stuck in Houston whether he likes it or not.
Yep.
Or if the Texans think it's bad enough, they could force a trade.
Yep.
And the NFL is investigating under the player conduct policy. So Deshaun could have a little bit of a problem in the league on his hands, too.
Uh-oh. This was just 6 hours ago. There's 5 more cases being filed against Deshaun Watson.
Last count, it was like 10 more women came out.
Yeah, at the last count, about 9 hours ago, it was 22. These 5 added now just 6 hours ago makes it 27.
27. Dang, Deshaun, what the hell are you doing?
More likely, what the hell did you say to these women to piss them off?
Like, dude, are you crazy?
I get it, you're a sports star, but that's a complete fuck up on your part.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And let's not forget, there's a little Titans rumor that Adoree Jackson was visiting the G-Men today.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Morons.
Which means we can be losing Adoree Jackson too.
At this point, I'm actually happy we're losing him.
But Jaylen Brown is staying with the Titans.
If you really want to know the truth about it, at this point, the last 3 games of Adoree Jackson were nothing but a steaming pile of trash. I mean, come on. How many times did we see him line up against a receiver, and all they had to do was do a quick move off his right hip,
and he
and
chokes.
15 to 20 yards up before we finally makes time.
And he chokes.
He was a day late and a dollar short, kind of like the other position on our football team at the quarterback spot. They go,
Da.
Ryan Tannehill, you pathetic excuse for not human. I'm sorry, but I can't give you a pass for being a putz. Sorry, I can't give you a pass for sucking donkey nuts. Step it up.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Oh, but the Titans have signed 5 new free agency acquisitions.
Who did?
The Titans.
Oh, lovely. Besides the Nico Audrey.
They got Janoris Jenkins from the Saints. They got Morgan Cox from the Browns and Kevin Johnson from the Ravens.
So they got Morgan Cox,
Janoris Jenkins,
oh God,
and Kevin Johnson.
Okay, Kevin Johnson's a what?
Corner.
And the other guy, Jenkins, is also a corner?
Yeah.
So the Titans got what? 2 corners and a safety?
Yep, and a new edge rusher too. A former Colt.
Early in the week. I saw that on Twitter on Wednesday morning when I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up about 7 o'clock that morning. I saw the Titans going after Bud Dupree, and I'm like, what?
They got him.
And then about what? Then about an hour later, I looked at his contract. They posted his contract on the rap sheet, and Paul Kuharsky, 5 years, $82.5 million. And I'm like, was it what?
Yep.
All right, John Robinson, have some cojones.
Yep.
Have some chutzpah. But all I'm going to say about that is it better work.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
I like what he's doing, but it better work.
We're also saying goodbye to Desmond King. We're also saying goodbye to Desmond King as he's being shipped off to Houston.
Oh God, they traded within the division. Man, that's like one ironclad rule that I would never have if I was a GM. I would not be trading within my own division. Never. Do we want to let some of the news out yet? What we're going to do with these podcasts, or should we just hold off until after tomorrow's meeting if a certain someone actually has it tomorrow?
We're going to hold off until tomorrow if we find out we do have it. Because if he keeps postponing it, this season is going to end up looking ridiculous.
The season just won't happen.
Yep.
It's not that the season's going to be ridiculous. He says he's getting stuff ready to roll, but hey.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he's the guy over this thing. He's got to make darn sure that he gets this darn thing rolling. Because owners aren't going to sit here idly by and wait.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Morgan Cox is the long snapper. They got rid of Bo Brinkley.
Well, they got rid of him during the offseason anyway.
No, we still had him.
So Bo Brinkley was gone anyway. But wait, so Morgan Cox's natural spot is what, center?
Snapper, yeah.
Wait, is he a center or just a long snapper?
Just a long snapper. He is the center though. But he's the center though. But he's the long snapper. When it comes to field goals.
So we got a long snapper.
And a corner.
We got two corners, didn't we?
Yeah. One of them is Janoris Jenkins.
We got two D linemen and Danica Oltrap. No relation to Gene Oltrap.
And it turns out
we got Uncle Bud Dupree.
Uncle Bud's River Cafe. Uncle Bud's. The Gator Tails, please.
That was a stupid commercial. The only place that actually had blackberry tea and blackberry cobbler. Word.
I mean, but it was also the longest running staple here in Franklin until they closed it down years ago.
I mean, they had one like on West End before they closed that thing down too. They used to have one on Greenway Pike. Yeah,
ours is right where the Franklin Family Center is now. It's now turned into a gun range.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Franklin's now got two gun ranges.
You know what? Across the street from TSB, by the way, there was always like those dudes that would have to do their certified gun training.
Yep.
And you hear like those gunshots, I'm like,
pop, pop, pop.
I just hope and pray one of those street bulls don't come across the street and knock me down while I'm walking, because I wouldn't be able to survive it. No, seriously.
Yep.
I'm already scared of guns anyway.
But here's the thing: the Titans got Cox, who is a Tennessee native and a former Tennessee Volunteer, in a 1-year, $1.2 million deal.
I'm surprised. You know what? I'm actually glad they did that. And now Gostkowski can be the place kicker, and Gostkowski, I think he's going to do just fine. So let's see. Morgan Cox probably going to be snapping for Gostkowski with Brett Kern being the holder.
Yep.
Because I don't think they're going to be doing place kicker battle. I don't think.
Yep. And for that acquisition, they got an A+ on that one. And then there's cornerback Kevin Johnson from the Browns.
Now, Kevin Johnson did they get him in free agency or did they have to give up something?
They got him in free agency, and to do that, they also gave up Malcolm Butler.
Well, you know what? I think that's a better upgrade anyway, because at least Kevin Johnson can intercept the pass.
Yep, they gave up Malcolm Butler. They gave up Adoree Jackson.
Malcolm Butler walked anyway, remember?
Yep.
Malcolm Butler they didn't trade him for anything. Keep that in mind. They didn't trade Malcolm Butler for anything. He walked. They released him flat out. Gave him his walk-in paper. Wait a minute.
Now I remember how they got Kevin Johnson. They did trade Desmond King to the Houston Texans. That's how we got Johnson.
So the Titans traded Desmond King to the Texans.
Yep.
And they got
Kevin Johnson from the Browns.
Well, wait. So where did the Texans come into play? Because
if
you traded Desmond King, What did they get back for him? A draft pick?
Yep. For next year.
Okay, that makes more sense.
In the 5th round.
That makes more sense.
But here's the thing. They graded him a D. Because with Desmond King, he was getting 70% of the picks. And quarterback rating, and to rushing the quarterback rating, he's got 117.5. And 3 defensive touchdowns, where Johnson only has 1.
They weren't gonna keep Desmond King on his contract.
Oh yeah, we also got Kendall Lamb too.
Gonna keep him on that.
We got Kendall Lamb too.
Who?
Kendall Lamb from Houston.
Wait, the wide receiver?
Well, let's find out who he is first. No, that's another Brown. It's another Cleveland Brown.
Wait,
he's an edge rusher.
Lamb. Is that wide receiver from Oklahoma?
No, Kendall Lamb, the edge rusher defensive back from the Cleveland Browns.
No,
take that back. He's a pass protector. He's offensive tackle.
Well, is he on the? What's his name again? Lamb?
Yeah, Lamm, not Lamb.
I didn't say Lamb. I just said Lamb.
Yeah, Kendall Lamb.
Lamm.
Yes.
What is he? A right tackle? Left tackle?
It just says offensive tackle.
So the Titans got Kendall Lamb for who?
We found here's some specifics. He just signed a 2-year, $6.8 million contract with $3 million in bonus. And
so the Titans have Morgan Cox, Kendall Lamb.
Yes.
So they got 2 offensive linemen, 2 corners, and 2 defensive linemen.
Yeah. Okay. And a part of that all right, give me a second. Be back right in a minute, folks.
Yeah, really? Are you guys gonna have an accent? Yeah. Yes.
No law.
And Elf Alien Christmas.
TJ, where do you want you?
Yeah, that.
And sorry, folks, I am back. Yeah. So,
the following concepts were not destroyed in the making of this podcast
at all. Now, back to what we're saying about Mr. Kendall Lamb and the Norris Jenkins. They came to the Titans when they traded away both Butler and Adoree Jackson.
Well, keep in mind, Jackson hadn't been traded yet.
Yeah, but he's already been released, and he was already being seen the Giants today.
No, I thought I saw on Twitter that he was going to go to New York Sunday and have that interview with the Giants Monday.
He went earlier today.
So it must have been Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because I know he's supposed to go to Philadelphia on, I think it's Sunday or sometime next week.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to check in with. So either way, he's going to go to the NFC least. The
Yep.
worst division in all of football.
Yep.
Or even 7 wins can win you a division. That's pathetic.
Yep.
So the Titans got Kevin Johnson. Wow. Man, Robinson's really trying to remake this team.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yep.
This is nuts.
They haven't heard from Taylor Lewan yet. I mean, but they have heard from Jaylen Brown. He's one of the 3 that's been re-signed.
No, Jayon Brown has just signed.
Yeah, he re-signed with the Titans, as did Anthony Firkser and Jeff Swain.
I wish they would not have re-signed Swain or Firkser back. I can live with Jayon Brown, but those other 2?
So what do you want them to do? Keep Adam Humphries around?
Oh, Lord, no. If I were the Titans, here's what I'd do. Let those 3 walk. If I have to draft 3 dudes, give me that option so I could at least revamp my receiving core. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, John Brown is a nice acquisition. I like the fact that AJ is still here. But I think we could have upgraded Humphrey's spot, Swain, and Firkser. I think we could have at least done a little bit better. Because losing Jonnu Smith to the Patriots, yeah, it hurts. But where are you gonna make up that production at the tight end spot?
Yeah.
Because you really don't know. You really didn't get much out of. You didn't really get much out of Firkser. You hardly got much out of Swain unless it was absolutely necessary.
Yep.
I mean, are you going to keep a guy that's an absolutely necessary guy, or do you want to keep a dude that you can actually get something out of? Because you really didn't. You got stuff out of Firkser when you needed to get it out of him when you needed it most. Kind of like Ryan Tannehill. He shrank when you needed that man to step up.
He disappeared.
Most of this football team disappeared.
Yeah, but the thing is, like most people don't realize that Ryan Tannehill wasn't a quarterback to begin with back in college days. In college days, his speed is what got him through because he was amazing at wideout. And just like what the Broncos did when they put their wideout in the QB position.
Who basically had no business being a quarterback. Who basically had no. And by the way, I do got to say this. This is a put up or shut up year for Drew Lock. I mean, I'm sorry to say, but we are now, in year 3 of the Drew Lock experiment?
Yeah. And something tells me it's going to get worse before it gets better for the Broncos.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. You might want to see if you can inquire about maybe, I don't know, getting another future quarterback and not waiting until the first and wait a little bit later. Because Drew Lock, you could have had it any time. But Denver was so desperate to get Drew Lock in the first round, they could have just checked their draft board and let Drew Lock slide to them.
Yeah. And then
trying to make a move and force them out because Drew Lock was not a first round pick.
And
look, you and I watch a lot of football.
Yes, we do.
Listen to a lot of football.
Yes, we do.
I was not impressed with Drew Lock coming out of Missouri.
No. I mean, during their game against the Titans in week 1,
he looked like garbage.
And the Titans proved them to make him look like garbage. By looking like garbage them damn selves, but they won by the skin of their teeth.
Even though the Titans basically had to fight from behind and play catch up all night.
No, they didn't. They took the lead by 3 points and stayed that way. Von Miller got hurt.
Thanks to Gostkowski.
Mm-hmm. And that's how I find out the Titans lottery, the Titans draft picks are as follows. They're number 2 overall in 22 and overall in the first round because they were the 22nd team that got knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
In round 2, they're number 53. Round 3, they got 2 picks, number 85 and number 100. Number 100 is the compensatory pick.
Yeah, the compensatory pick.
Yeah, they got a comp pick in round 3. Round 4.
So the Titans do not have a second round pick at all.
Yes, they do. At number 53. In round 4 is pick number 126. Round 5, 166. Round 6 is 205. And in round 7, 2 rounds, they swapped with the Chiefs for the 215th overall pick and with the Dolphins for the 232nd overall pick.
So Mr. Robinson doing some serious wheeling and dealing.
Mm-hmm. They got that extra 3rd round pick this year after Jack Conklin went to the Cleveland Browns last season.
Oh, yeah.
And they got their extra 6th round pick during last year's draft when they traded their 7th round selection to Kansas City. So Kansas City gave it back.
Yep.
In the 6th round. And as for the 7th round pick, they went through the trade that sent Isaiah Wilson there.
To the fishy.
Not only did they do that, they also sent a 2022 7th round pick there as well, which was originally owned by the Falcons.
So basically, it was fishy.
Fishy. Whee!
Now the question is, will he pull the mental gag and actually do better with Tua at quarterback? Because as you know, it's Alabama-Georgia crime week.
Yep. But here's the thing. Corey Davis is with the P-E-S-T, pest.
It's the P-E-T-S, that's what who's counting.
Yeah, he's over there. He's with the New York Pest.
He got a 3-year deal.
Yeah, but in order for them to get him from the Titans, they did the one thing that everybody hoped they would do. They told Sam Darnold to go kick rock somewhere else, so he did.
Wait. They told who to go kick rock?
Sam Darnold.
Well, wait. They traded Sam Darnold to the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be a scenario where Darnold could be the quarterback if Seattle does what I hope they don't do.
Which is get rid of Russell Wilson.
Talk about an utter disaster.
It'll be a clusterfuck in Seattle this time.
And Pete Carroll could be fired after this season. If it goes bad, don't be shocked. If the penultimate happens, do not be shocked that you heard the following here first. That Pete Carroll and his coaching staff will get fired. They will be blamed for everything that went wrong.
When they pick up the ginger clown who can't throw worth of shit.
Oh, let's forget he can't throw worth of crap. How about the fact that he can't read?
Oh boy! Now that's a complete.
He can't throw.
That's a complete fuck up all on.
That boy can't read. Okay.
That's a complete fuck up all on its own.
That boy can't read. And by the way, I still haven't forgotten, Sam Darnold, that classic line you uttered in your while the Patriots are literally beating the dog piss out of you. I've seen ghosts. Belichick was laughing his can off. Belichick and that whole Victor coaching staff were literally just sitting there laughing their can off.
Yep.
Beating you with only a one down lineman front with five linebackers.
But here's the thing: the Cowgirls let Andy Dalton go bye-bye.
Who?
They let Andy Dalton go.
Well, Andy Dalton is now on Bears.
No fair.
Another edition of the cluster crap from Saturday Night Live. Who would win in a fight between Dick and God? Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you go on YouTube and find the Bears Saturday Night Live skit,
The Bears.
which is still funny
As fuck. That's all one of my favorite time skits. The Bears.
Yeah, Bears. What's your final score? Bears 83. Lions nothing. Bears.
There's.
Oh, pathetic. Bears. And see, that was at least 1985.
And ladies, if
And by the way,
you ain't gonna hear this from me.
You have Nick Foles, Mitchell Trubisky, and Andy Red Blanks Dalton, who looks more like
Shooting blanks out of his ass.
who looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, not Tony the Tiger. Oh, and by the way, the dudes on the Rice Krispie Treats box on line 1 want their get up back.
Yep, snap, crackle, and don't pop. More like phased out, fizzled up, and dried up. You're all just fucked up. Why in the hell would you put you three idiots on the same goddamn team together? This is beyond me. What the hell? Fuck up.
Are we about to blow a gasket over there?
You goddamn right.
Uh-oh.
Why in the fuck would you put the three worst quarterbacks in NFL history in the same division?
Oh, wait. Oh, by the way, it gets worse.
Oh, Lordy.
By the way, if my math is correct, they only have 2 good wide receivers, 2 offensive linemen that are worth a darn, a running back that can't stay healthy, a fullback that they don't use, a tight end that looks more like
An old sack of shit.
a tight end that looks more like Godzilla on stilts.
All he was is fire.
An offensive line that looks more like the human turnstiles of the week as your
Wee.
or any freaking clothing outlet you can find.
Mm-hmm.
3 quarterbacks that can't throw more. And what do you get? The worst football team in all on God's green earth, not named the Houston Texans in the NFC North. The Chicago fails.
Y'all failed.
Not the Bears. They are the Chicago fails.
Y'all
haven't been the Bears since at least 2000.
fucked.
The fails. The epic fails. I mean, literally, the epic fails. Stupidity.
Uh-oh. Now the Chicago Bears is going to do themselves from the get. Mitch Trubisky's out of his starting job.
Well, yeah. By the way, they said Nick Foles is already the starter.
Nope. He's out of it too. The Bears basically told Dalton the starting job is his.
What?
Yeah. As of 2 days ago.
Wait.
They told him Wednesday.
Their head coach, who can't coach himself out of a wet paper bag full of dog hair,
And can't wipe his ass for shit.
named that pissant Andy Red Blanks Dalton, who almost reminds me of Bucky Bleeping Dick from Red Sox point of view, is the starter?
Yep. Because according to an ESPN interview, he said
starters at the moment for the Detroit Lions, who basically made a complete cluster mess.
Yeah, he said, and quote, Andy Dalton had assured that the Bears had assured him that the top spot is his and he won't be competing it with Nick Foles. He won't be competing with Nick Foles at all. They told him he was the starter. That he was one of the reasons.
Okay. Hey, Nagy, Pace, here's a thought for you. If you didn't want Nick Foles, why did you trade for him in the first place?
No, but here's the bigger thing.
No, seriously. Andy Dalton should be competing just like everybody else should.
Yeah, but here's the big thing.
No job on that Bears team is safe.
But here's the thing. The fans in Chicago.
Nagy's job is safe. And even Ryan Pace's job is safe.
Nope. Nagy's job is going to be screwed because, according to ESPN, he said his arrival there in Chicago was a big letdown. They were hoping to get Russell Wilson.
Well, they backed off that plan, and about after Andy Dalton was released, they went on ahead and scooped him up and signed him.
Yep.
Like, what has Andy Dalton done except puke in the playoffs?
Yeah. And the Bears agreed to sign him up for a 1 year, $10 million deal and $3 additional
He
million
shouldn't
in
have
bonuses.
even gotten $10 million. He should have gotten a 1 year, $5 million, or should have gotten the veteran minimum with incentives. That's what he should have got.
Yeah. Here's the reason why. They gave him based on what he brought to the table. The man has thrown over 38,000 yards, over 200 touchdowns, and over 120 picks over the last 9 seasons with Cincy.
That is less than 1.5 to 1. And you're paying this man $10 million. As Stephen A. Smith would say about Jay Cutler, Andy Dalton is stealing money. It's the Jay Cutler effect all over again in Chicago, everybody.
Yep.
Let's just face it.
And Mitch Trubisky is on the back burner.
Well, Mitch Trubisky's like the emergency dude, only if the first two dudes don't pan out. So Trubisky in Chicago is over.
Yep.
Thanks for not playing. They basically paid you shut up money, Trubisky, to basically like the mob, to make like a tree and leave.
Uh-oh. But he is going to get a receiver.
You think, oh, God.
Chicago took Kenny Galladay from the Lions. And he's getting paid more than Andy Dalton.
Oh, no.
Andy Dalton's getting paid $10 million for 1 year.
This story about this dude chasing like a coyote or something or whatever that he thought was a Bigfoot, it was pretty hilarious.
Yep. Kenny Galladay is going to get paid $18.5 million a year.
By the way, I got to give a big old attaboy to the Patriots. Normally they don't go balls to the wall in free agency, but what they did, I got to give them full marks.
Mm-hmm.
I got to give New England full marks. They wanted a tight end, they got one.
And Jonnu Smith.
They wanted an extra wide receiver to get some receiver help, they got it. They needed some boys on the defense side of the ball.
They got it.
I gotta get New England some full marks here. I mean, dude, New England didn't go on a spending spree, but they did they got what they needed. They had a shopping list. They stuck to it. Go look at how smart New England did their free agency pickups.
Uh-oh.
They did. I mean,
It looks like Deshaun Watson's going to get some weapons on offense after all. The Broncos got rid of Philip Lindsay and gave him to Houston.
Oh, now that's going to help. Especially when they have Duke Johnson. So now they got a 1-2 punch in the backfield.
The Seahawks and Chris Carson had agreed to a 2-year, $14.6 million deal.
They still got David Johnson. So that's going to help them big time because now they got David Johnston. Now they got Philip Lindsay. They can use the pass catcher. They got two backs that are pass catchers. And if they keep Will Fuller, depending on if he can keep himself out of trouble with the heads. Now Houston's got a chance.
Yep.
I mean, look, he may not have the biggest guys in the world, but Deshaun Watson's got to like what the Texans are doing.
Yeah, but yeah.
At least they're trying to fix it. The mess that Bill O'Brien made. At least they're trying. I got to give him credit for that.
Well, Cincinnati got Riley Reed. The Bengals got Riley Reed for the offensive tackle. Yeah, they got Riley Reed. And they let 8-time Pro Bowler Geno Atkins go. The 49ers just got Alex Mack to a 3-year deal. I'm wondering what the hell will happen if this shit hit the fan again.
If what hit the fan?
If everything goes to hell already.
Who?
Let's see. Let's start with the fact that the 49ers got Alex Mack.
Well, yeah.
To a 3-year contract. And they kept Trent Williams.
Well, they got Trent Williams, remember?
No, they kept him. Trent Williams has been on that team. Whew. And it looks... And here's the reason how the 49ers got him. They had to pay them for the rest of Mac's contract from the 5 years he signed up with Atlanta as a free agent. Because when he signed up for 5 years, he got $57.5 million. That means 49ers have to pay out the rest of that cash for that man's contract.
Oh, God almighty.
Yeah, oh, God almighty is right.
The story of this dude is flat out killing me. I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. So sometimes I wonder why these news folks in the news world even do these stupid stories. I mean, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Holy
shit. Are you nuts? I'm sorry, but...
Oh, no. I just found out where Trubisky went to.
What?
Trubisky's with the Bills.
He went to Buffalo?
Yes.
He went... Trubisky's like, okay, fine. You want to dump me? Fine. I'll go somewhere else.
He got signed to the Buffalo Bills. Now, AJ Green's in Arizona with Kyler Murphy.
Yeah, at least he's got a better quarterback throwing him the ball if they can actually get nothing. Oh, my.
So Carson Wentz is with Indy. Now, they had cleared $111 million in cap space since Drew Brees has just retired. Yep.
Now, do we... And then you notice we didn't even get to the hotels for the road trip, right?
Oh, man. I'm glad you brought that up.
Uh-oh.
This is why it's complete screw ups and fuck ups, folks. Because not only we're talking about sports, we're gonna be talking about the crappiest places to go spend the night on the road.
Teams and otherwise.
Okay. If you're like
now before we get started, we need to kind of bring the folks in on why this is, because we do this a lot of the time. The best stuff is when we are not recording this.
The reason why is
know how we got to this.
Okay, a couple of weeks ago, by looking at our team schedule, one of the teams we're facing is against the Topeka Twisters. So
the season opener, matter of fact, game of the week.
Mm-hmm. We have to go to Topeka, Kansas,
which I believe is a 3:00 Central kickoff unless they moved it to 4.
Yeah, it's at 4.
Oh, so the kick's at 4. 3:45 pregame show.
Yep. And folks, we're not kidding. I'm looking when I looked at this, and I thought they were playing, they were not.
Okay, hold on, folks. She thought we just got punked. Let's just put it this way. No. As the good Lord, as I witness in our hands on the Bible, these, besides the stupidest team, these folks, literally,
are the crappiest hotels that the city of Topeka has ever gotten.
Or has to offer. So, folks, here's a little PSA for you.
What we're about to tell you.
Avoid at all costs.
Yes. And I have managed to came across them. All right. The first one will be the Woods Spring Suites in Topeka, which got a 2.9 out of 5 stars.
Well, let's find out why it got just a tick below a tree.
Okie dokie.
Got it?
Alrighty, here we go. And looking at these, looking at all these, it's a wonder. It's a wonder why there's gonna have to be a reason why it got a 2.9 out of 5 in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if a 4 is the 5 is the best you can do, then 1 or 2 it's gotta be the worst. There's gotta be a reason why. Am I right, folks?
Right.
So
there's gotta be a reason why you suck so bad.
yeah.
On why you're so god.
Believe me, if you read the reviews like I'm about to, you'll know why.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crappy review segment.
Here we go, folks. All the crappy things you want to know about. Here we go. Here's the reviews. Review number 1 from a business traveler from this past February gave it a 2 out of 5. He just dislikes the hotel. In short, to him, the hotel wasn't clean.
Check.
The property was in bad shape.
Check.
As well as the bathrooms. And the room was kind of crappy that he stayed there for one night.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are a couple of non-negotiables when you're staying in a hotel.
No.
You better be darn sure that the bedroom is at least decent.
As well as the bathroom.
And please, for the love of God, please make sure the bathrooms are at least somewhat respectable. Please do, Jesus. Nobody wants to sit you back or spit stains and all that other garbage. Like, ugh.
At all.
Where you have to wear house shoes to get through a freaking swamp.
Yo, Will.
No. Continue.
Here we go. All right, and this one's got the worst possible score, a 1 out of 5. And
the worst possible score you can get is a 0.000, which means
what the hell? Hang on, Mama. TJ. Yeah. Mom. Wake up.
Uh-oh.
Is she okay? Oh shit, is we crying?
Nope.
Going to be any better than the top team from the state of Mountain West or one of these lesser known conferences. And I feel like sometimes we put a little bit too much weight into the fact that the team is coming from a major conference, and because we see them on TV all the time, we just assume that they're better than the team that we don't know anything about. Dude, Ohio State was 12-8 in the Big Ten Conference. 4 games over 500 numerous 2 seeds. Like, I I mean, they put up a lot of points. They shot really well from the outside. They were light from the poles. But you have the good part against in the Big Ten tournament. Take Illinois to the cusp and jump up to the 2 spot and got their night. God, I think they're killing themselves in that situation. Have to creep into the mind.
I'll call him.
No,
That's the last of he was stuck on stupid. That's the worst.
Everyone's stuck on it. You know what's the worst line?
I handed it to you.
Notice what I'm doing here. It's called a diversion tactic because I don't want to get Freddie in trouble with the missing. No, this is a good thing for that.
her phone's on the bed.
You're straight.
Mama, bring me out.
The baseline puts it into the corner. Goes back out west. Keep everything with it. 10 to shoot.
You two got ambulance?
Yep.
Moles in there.
Move this away. Granny, are you injured?
Yes, she cannot move. 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 Move, cat, move. Move.
Granny, can you feel your legs?
Give me a moment.
Granny. Granny. Can you feel your legs? No. She can't. No, she can't. In her room. In her room. Trinity, Trenycd. No, 568. No, 568.
Watch out, Ronnie. Move. Move. TJ, help me. Help me set her up.
Oh, me too. Come on. You go back to the room.
I can't. I'm trying to get in there. I'm trying to get in there. So comes the door. Skinny. Move. Move out the way. Come on, Mom. Huh? Holy shit. Your head is bleeding. Hang on. Move some here. No, you just go. You go back over. Move some here. No, you gotta stay out of the way, baby. No. No. Armani, no. You can't be in the way. Take this way. She also got a cut on her hand. She's bleeding. Mom, they're here. Mom, they're here, babe. Here. She just off bed not too long ago. I was putting on my podcast when this happened, so she's off bed. Yeah. I'm back. I'm sorry. Look, you sit there? Sorry, folks. I have to cut this short. And my colleague has cut off, so this is all the time I have for today. Join us tomorrow for part 2. And until then, this is Joshua Fitzgerald speaking on behalf of the King. We're signing off.